Alright, so we're going on to GSL and Tomb Valley for another TVT. That's 3 in a row. What a streak of luck we're having. Alright. Switch over now. And of course I have to swap this over, so whilst I'm doing that, do you want to introduce the players for us?
Is Shadow here?
Doesn't seem
You
like...
can introduce them.
Oh, there we go.
I just wait, I gotta pop some more pills, I'll be back in a sec.
Alright, too easy, so you can take it away.
Okay. So, to the bottom left of GSL Entombed Valley, we have, from Team Knight, spawning as the Red Terran, Faithhunter. And in the top right of GSL Entombed Valley, we have his blue Terran opponent from QED, Attzy.
Fantastic. So would you expect would you expect Attzy to go for that same kind of play? Once again, I think we were saying it like maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to be expecting from Attzy here in this match. You know, he's had 2 games in a row success with it so far. So I'm sure he's going to be more than confident going into this game to throw that one out again. But, we might see something really, really, really aggressive from Faithhunter, or something that's just kind of throwing a spanner in the works to Attzy here, because he has seen this same build twice in a row. So he might know, he might try to directly counter it somehow by going for some one-base timing, but I'm sure he'd be able to exploit against the kind of very economy-focused one-racks. Might be, looking to take up a bit quickly and take the advantage how he can at the other end of the spectrum in terms of out-macroing Attzy. But we'll have to see whether Faithhunter does just stick to, what he most likely knows, which is just solid standard play with replying to Attzy's one-racks FE with another one-racks FE. But yeah, we'll have to see what he does decide to do. Yeah,
no, unfortunately both players are once again doing the old missed scout on the first try. And, look like Attzy nearly actually was able to spot the expansion coming down, as there's no supply depot there. But he doesn't see it and he starts to wander off. So
yeah, there is...
Oh, maybe back in.
Yeah, interesting that he doesn't check the expo, because Faithhunter has decided to go for command center before depot, just to get the command center out a bit faster, but he might end up getting a little bit supply blocked, or have to cut SCVs quite soon after. But he is actually throwing these 2 gas down very early, so going to be looking to press a tech advantage, one would assume, and go for a very fast, possibly tank and medevac push. Is what I'm going to be expecting to see, but we'll see what he throws that gas into, because it is very early at the moment.
Yeah, something I noticed was he accidentally, I don't know if it's just the first game of the night or whatever, he accidentally, instead of building his barracks straight after his depot finished, he accidentally built an additional marine, which kind of pushed his barracks back a bit further for no real gain or loss, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm not sure. Not sure if this is just him kind of waking up and getting ready to face the monster that is Attzy, now up 2-0, just like I believe it was Fate who was able to go 2-0 up against QED, so it's now 2-all. So this is going to be kind of one of the more important matches, at least, just to find out who's going to take this kind of tiebreaker situation and how that'll affect everyone else in the coming games after that.
Yeah, that's completely right. Yeah, actually, Fast Tech Lab coming down here for Faithhunter. That's very fast Tech Lab because of that fast gas. And as you were saying just before, getting that extra SCV out, I think wasn't quite intended, because I have been kind of lectured by Attzy when I've been fooling around with Terran that in a one-racks FE you don't need to be cutting an SCV to get out of 12 racks. If you're stacking your SCVs properly and mining efficiently from your first few SCVs, you can actually get constant SCV production throughout the entire build, and I think that might have been what tripped Faith Hunter up. He might have just been a little bit behind on the minerals, so he decided to chuck an extra SCV in there before the racks. But, you know, in the scheme of things, it won't make that much of a difference to his build.
Yeah, no, he's about 4 SCVs behind where Attzy is at the moment. Luckily for him, those mules are kind of shortening the gap, I'd say. But, you know, I'm not sure actually where his kind of production kind of has differed that much. Like, Attzy's got 3 racks up with a bunch of add-ons, and although it does look like he's going for a bit more, nice scan actually. How much of that is he going to be able to see? Let's quickly check. All bar the starport.
Yeah, but he does see the... actually, did he see the add-on on the ground there that the factory lifted off from? Yeah, I believe he did. So he's seen 3 racks worth... well, yeah, he's seen 3 racks, and he's seen that extra reactor add-on there. So he should know that these fast medevacs are going to be coming out, and they are going to be much faster than Attzy's, just because he did get that double gas before even putting down any more racks, whereas we did see Attzy taking 1 racks and then 1 extra gas after that. So, you know, Faith Hunter's going to have to take advantage coming in to the mid-game, but Attzy is going to have a bit more beefier of a Bioforce, and probably a few more SCVs because of his prolonged early game mineral income. Just for that little bit longer is going to give him a few more Marines and Marauders to play with. Only Marines for the moment, but yeah, we will be seeing the switch open now for Attzy to the starport with reactors, and you know, we are going to see this same timing coming out from him, where Stim will be finishing at exactly the same time as +1, and his second set of 2 medevacs should be popping at exactly that time. So yeah, we'll see how Faith Hunter decides to respond to that pressure. We did see last game Fate actually did exactly the thing that he didn't want to be doing, and that was putting down a 3rd command center as the push was, you know, bearing down upon his face, which did end rather badly for him. But we are going to see Faith Hunter emptying his bunker now and looking to push out with his first initial 2 medevacs here.
Yeah.
He's going to be getting siege tech with some siege tanks from his factory, so going to be transitioning into marine tank from here. He is floating quite a lot of minerals, so possibly looking to expand behind this.
Yeah, unfortunately
we'll see. Actually, Attzy now pushing out as well.
Yeah, unfortunately for Faith Hunter, he's been supply blocked quite chronically, at least twice now. And that'd probably be why he's about 30 supply behind at the moment.
Yeah, it does affect you to such a degree, just getting those supply blocks, and it really, for a Terran especially, it chokes up your production quite a bit, and it could spell disaster for him here. But he does have this 1 tank on the high ground with siege. Attzy does scan, and he does see it there, but he will kind of scoot around here and check for a 3rd base. And these second 2 medevacs will come in here, so he could look to do some sort of an elevator play here into the main. Once these 2 medevacs arrive, he will be able to cut all of these Marines up into the main, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Undefended here in the main actually is Faith Hunter. He's going to get dropped by 2 medevacs worth of Marines, while this secondary squad flanks around to the main, to the natural ramp rather, taking out the tank straight away.
Oh,
damage being done in the main, but oh yeah. Yeah, move command on the Marines does lose all of the Marines and the medevacs as well, but yeah, I'm not quite sure whether he's done the damage he needs to do here.
He did get quite a few SCVs there, he did get 8, so... Oh wow, and he's actually quite far ahead in the supply. In the income tab, he's about 3 times the amount of minerals, at least for the moment, until they start mining again.
Yeah, and now taking a 3rd behind this, so really smart play from Attzy to take that 3rd once he knows that he has done some economic damage, but he is going to need to, you know, recoup his forces back in his main, and actually a bit of a bad rally there on the medevac. No, okay, it's going to be fine just following the other one. But yeah, he is going to need to rally all of his forces to hold off the inevitable push that will be coming from Faith Hunter. Unless he just decides to expand and take a 3rd, which is entirely viable too. He might just look to turtle up with these siege tanks for a while, or alternatively he can push and expand behind it. So we'll see what he does with his units. Looks like he is going to be pushing out to the watchtower at the moment.
Yeah, no, I like the positioning of that sensor tower actually for Faith Hunter. It just kind of gives him that vision that he doesn't have on that 3rd base. It just, yeah, kind of just shores up. Oh, but is he going to be able to get these tanks on siege?
Oh yeah, it does actually catch both of the tanks, and I believe the medevac count is actually even at the moment. Yeah, yeah. Actually, just too much forces here from Faithhunter, and Attzy going to lose all of the medevacs actually. Now down in supply, and Attzy has been the one to take the third a bit earlier, and it looks like it might cost him.
Yeah, no, he's in quite a bit of a struggle at the moment. He's losing quite a few SCVs, and some mismap rally Marine's going to go down as well, so I'm not sure quite what he's actually got to defend this at the moment.
Now going to have to lift off a natural CC, and he is going to lose that, and he won't be able to get the repair off in time. And yeah, this is really not a good situation to be in for Attzy at the moment.
Yeah, no, the great positioning by Faithhunter when he did do that engagement. So I wonder if he's going to keep pushing, or if he's going to be content with the amount of damage he's done and just go home. Looks like he's actually just got.
Yeah, he has done a lot of damage. Yeah, it does look that way at the moment. The supply lead is now climbing, but Attzy does manage to stave off the forces at the moment, but there are reinforcements coming in from the center of the map from Faithhunter, so 2 tanks, that many Marines will clean up this bio force, and it could be the GG right here, I think.
Yeah, no, it's not looking great for Attzy at the moment. The income tab kind of had a complete swing back in the favour of Faithhunter. But he still hasn't actually populated, building a planetary fortress, he hasn't populated his third base as of yet with SCVs, and things kind of stabilising for the moment. But yeah, Attzy in quite a hole here at the moment, and he needs to kind of pull out some kind of clutch play to dig himself out.
Yeah, he is actually only mining off really half a base. His main is, you know, it's pretty much mined out, and it won't be a stable base, or it won't be a mineable base for much longer, so he is going to transfer some SVVs around to the third, and Faith's going to scout this with a scan, and he might just decide to exploit the segregation between the bases here on Entombed Valley with those rocks and go for some sort of an attack here.
Oh yeah, and he's going to be able to sneak that drop behind as well, so that's going to do quite a considerable amount of damage, and I don't think Attzy's going to be able to recover from this at least.
Still not able to respond to this yet, Attzy. He's falling behind him with multitasking. Still not going to be sending anything to deal with that drop. He's just going to let this base die. I think he's going to lift off now and try to save it, but the Marines could potentially kill it before it manages to be saved, but it's looking very dire for Attzy at this point. Yeah, that's a bit sad. Yeah, really great positioning from Faithhunter throughout this game. Nearly getting caught out with Attzy's drop, but you know, able to pull the necessary defense to hold it off and take minimal losses, and actually it cost Attzy more than it cost Faith, with the cost effectiveness of the tanks against just pure bio. With mainly only Marines, there weren't many Marauders in that force at all, so...
Yeah, no, and streaming units back now to deal with this drop as well. This last ditch attempt, I guess, from Attzy.
Actually, it will do quite a significant amount of damage. Faith doesn't look like he's actually going to respond to it.
Oh, he's got a siege
He does now, pulling back his entire army. Pulling back his entire army, but the Marines look like they might just be a little bit out of range. Using their own range, and the SimCity of Faithhunter will actually protect that tank for a while longer than it perhaps should have. Actually, quite a lot of damage done here. It's a really good last-ditch effort, but I really can't see him coming back from this situation.
No. Yeah, unfortunately he's in one of those unwinnable positions at the moment. And yeah, just being on 3 bases alone against 2 base Terran, being at least twice the supply. Now he's going to go and kill even more SCVs. Insane amount of workers have been killed this match.
Yeah, 56 to 27 here. And yeah, there isn't really a hell of a lot left for Attzy at this point. He is going to just keep making Marines for as long as he can, I think. Might be a bit frustrated at himself that he hasn't managed to win one of his favourite matchups, I think.
Yeah.
Which is quite sad for him. I think really what mainly went wrong for him in this game was just the unit mix of you know, not having any Marauders at all, He hasn't researched concussive shells. I mean, it's limited really in its usefulness in this matchup, but you really do need the Marauders at the front to tank the damage of the tanks and the Marines position. And yeah, Faithhunter will just move in here and kill everything that he has remaining with relative ease. There's the GG.
And a nice, swift, fairly clean win there for Faithhunter as he now pushes it back out, pushes the lead back out in favour of Team Knight, taking that 3-2 lead. And so, guys, we'll be coming back after this. Oh, and I didn't have that set up. Alright, so we'll be coming back after this break, and we'll have to see who the next player for QED will be. So stay tuned, and I think what I'll be doing is I'll be putting Gundam style, or whatever, however you pronounce it, I'll be putting that full screen in between the game now. So, cool. Thank you for casting, guys. We'll be back after this short break.